If you find yourself PMSing and having mood swings the way Martell bitch ass is, do you probably want to get some of this blossom? It'll help regulate your coochie and your moods. Drop down in the description box and click the link to purchase this and other fine products. Baby, let me tell y'all something. To hell with the gym and the damn workout. I couldn't even get through my workout good because I wanted to come home and make this Love in Huntsville video. And do you want to know why? Baby, only one person. You guessed it. Miss Wanda J. Blige, bitch. Yes, God, that's a girl. You see how Wanda stepped through that thing? She had her hair fixed all nice and got the shit started. Y'all want to talk about it? Here we go. Nessa, girl, I am so overjoyed. You know, it's been a long time since I called y'all with this much energy, and y'all can tell when I'm in love with something, and this was an excellent, so excellent episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm going to say it before, I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to continue to reiterate it. This show continues to be so good, quite honestly, because it produces itself. Like, this stuff is really going on in these people's lives, and the cameras just happen to be there. Unlike when they create drama and create and contrive scenes, I am loving every bit of it, and it is so fascinating to sit back and watch. And oh baby, they gave me the icing on the cake when my girl Miss Wanda stepped through with her outfit done, hair done, nails done, jewelry done, everything done. Yes, God, Miss Wanda, girl, you know I love me some you. I got to get my ass down to Huntsville real quick. But the episode opens up with Scott Manor. Marcel and Maurice take Marcel's two boys out to the 10 acres of land that they built, and that they're going to, develop some land and create some generational wealth and situations. And you know what? I actually love the whole idea of it. Now, I'm with Kimmi. I'm not on board with moving into a family cul-de-sac. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too much. And even if we do have our own separate houses, like, there's a chance that you leaving the house and I'm coming home from the grocery store and our paths gonna cross. And it's not that I don't like you, and it's not that I don't love you, but some days I just don't want to share in your energy. Like, there are people that I love, that some days I just don't want to see their face or talk to them. And it don't mean I love them any less. I just need a little separation. And your home should be your ultimate place of peace. It's where you go to rejuvenate and to regenerate and to energize and all those other things. And you should not have to share in that with the family. I'm 100% with Kimmi when it comes down to that. I don't want to move. I don't want to move right now. Plus, Tisha and Wanda keep up too much shit, okay? Quiet as a skip. That's low-key what Kimmi ass trying to say. Y'all family keep up too much shit, okay? And I'm going to tell you something. There's no way in hell you can have separation and family living that close. Because the minute Tisha get into it with Marcel, the first thing she going to do is fly her ass down to Kimmi's house. The minute Wanda got a grievance, the first thing she going to do is fly her ass down to Kimmi's house. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be too much. And then y'all gonna have the whole police department out there taking the whole motherfucking subdivision to jail. It's too much. Maurice, listen to Kimmi. She trying to save your ass from a court case and from losing your law license that you worked so hard for with a family domestic violence. Family and money, family and living together do not go together. Listen to that woman. She's wise. So Tisha bring her ass around Kimmi house with that bullshit. Okay, she came right now. Talking about Scott Manor or whatever the case may be, and Kimmi gave her some reservations about it or whatever the case may be. But here's the thing where Tisha went wrong. And Tisha, you know I love you, but I'm gonna have to get your ass together right now because the people told me about you. Kimmi tried to sit her ass on that bike porch and corral Kimmi on her side. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't like people who do stuff like that. Dislike me on your own. Okay? Dislike me on your own. Don't corral people and try to build a gang of people to dislike me. Kimmi is your sister-in-law. Yes, she is. Kimmi is a close friend, confidant, sister, all of that. Yes, she is. But that does not mean by default or automatically she has to take on your beefs, she has to take on your grievances, or that she has to be on your side in a situation that she honestly wants no parts of. Now this one I have to get your ass together, Tisha. Last season, the people got me together because they said that I was too soft on you, and they said that I didn't see you for who you were, and the people were saying that you was very passive aggressive and very sneaky. And I'm gonna tell you something. I didn't see it until now. Tisha, I love you to death, but I'm looking you dead square in your face, and I'm telling you, you passive aggressive as fuck. Kimmi has not exemplified any behavior to lead you to believe she is disloyal. You were using coded language in that conversation to translate the fact that you simply want Kimmi to be mad with Mel right alongside you. That's really what you want, because she's done a better job than I think the average person could at being neutral and staying out of y'all shit. When your ass got put out the party, she left. Did she leave or did she go back in? No, she left. I think she did. I can't remember. Nevertheless, any little thing she say that is not in congruence with how you feel about Mel, you automatically process that as she's defending her. There are certain aspects of this falling out between you and Mel that quite frankly do require or make room for Mel to be defended. While the lion's share of this shit definitely lies on Martell and Melody, Tisha, you're not 100% innocent in this either. You're not. Marceau isn't either. I mean, everybody, quite frankly, could have moved a little different in the situation. All in all, I still blame Melody and Martell. But let's not act like you just some innocent bystander that got hit by a bus that Melody was driving. And it feels as if you're not going to be satisfied until Kimmi go out in public and cuss Melody out and be mad, and that's what your mama want, and you got your mama all in your damn ear. Stop. Because what you about to do is fuck up the last good damn relationship in the friendship circle that you got over your own insecurities. That woman is family. She's not going nowhere. And I hate it because Kimmi is actually in the worst situation you could honestly be in. We are all friends. We were all part of the same friend circle. Now y'all two don't fell out. And now automatically, because we've got this family tie, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to discount the sisterhood, but girl, y'all family by a piece of paper, okay? We got this arbitrary sister title by a piece of paper. Now I'm automatically just supposed to be on. That's just not how life works in the real world with real mature grown people. You need to cut it out and focus on what the hell going on and make sure Marceau ass don't be sneaking with the damn assistant and he be the 20th and she be the 21st girlfriend. That's what the hell you need to be focused on. Mel's mama come over to the house. Mel's mother comes over to the house, and Melody begins talking to her mom about moving out and what was going on with Martell. And then she reveals that Martell said to her, you know, I'm surprised the older people haven't talked to you. And she said they did. And she said the older men didn't talk to you. And he said they did. And in short, they told him basically how to better accommodate his wife and keep his hoe at bay, basically. And I totally believe it. Y'all remember the video I did many moons ago when I told y'all I've never witnessed another black man check another black man about cheating on his wife or cheating on his girl, yet they accommodated, i.e. barbershop talk? That's exactly what I was talking about. That, what Martell told her, was a prime example of what I've been talking about. No shade. And maybe I just have not been around any upstanding black men. Maybe that's what it is, and I'm willing to accept that if that's the truth. But the rhetoric that Martell used is what I am accustomed to from black men, particularly Southern black men. That's the barbershop talk I'm accustomed to. Damn, young blood, you got to do better next time. You got to make sure your old lady good, and you keep your other old lady at bay. Keep her over there, man. Don't let that path cross. You got to come home, man. You can't be staying out there with your old lady. That's the shit that I'm used to hearing, quiet as it's kept. So she ain't telling no damn lie. And I'm glad. And I'm going to tell you something else too. Season 1, I disliked Melody from the pits of my soul. I did. From my bone marrow. I couldn't stand her ass. And it clicked during that scene with her mama. Why? And it was because I had no respect for her. I had absolutely no respect for Melody. I'm not gonna lie. I just didn't. The way she was sitting in that mess with Martell that was so visibly wrong, and then she had the nerve to try to fall out with Tisha and Marceau over this Negro when he is the one that I just had no respect for her. And I'm going to tell you something, my non-respect for her is actually disappeared overnight because Caroline stepped into the light. Now that she's operating like a woman with some damn sense and a goddamn brain, I actually love Melody a lot because she's actually somebody who could be in my crew, somebody I would kick it with because she's operating with a damn brain. And I realize it is probably something that I need to work on. I just don't have respect for stupid people. I don't. And I'm going to tell you one thing about me, and y'all may not believe me. I've been a lot of things in my life before, but stupid ain't never been one of them. And that's something I can take to my grave, bitch. It ain't a bitch alive on this planet who can ever tell you I've been stupid for a friend, a family member, or a lover. It ain't never damn happened, and it won't. Just as long as I got all my faculties, and Jesus is real. Just as long as he real, Jesus is real. I know the Lord is real to me. Sing, John P. Key. He may not come when you want him, but he's on time. Sing, sopranos. Long as they real, I'll never be dumb, especially for no damn nickel. So Martell is at work and he has the meeting with his homeboy. They were assembling a land deal where Martell was going to sell the land and then be the face of what they were going to call Holts Manor. Now let me tell you something. It made me smile when Martell said that he was going to throw Marceau's company a bone or whatever, and he said that it was definitely the right step in rebuilding and repairing their friendship. That's a redeemable quality, and I respect it. It's honorable. I question Martell's true motives, but I'll take it. You know, that the gentleman friend, I forgot his name, he had to break Martell some very hard news, which was these people no longer want you to be the face of the deal or call it Holts Manor because of your private life has spilled over into the business, and this is a $34 million deal. And you know, Martell has got to understand that's just public relations 101. I mean, if you think about all the situations that go on with these celebrities, case in point, just the smell, the simple smell or proximity to impropriety is enough to make people not want to work with you. T.I. and Tiny ain't nowhere made it. I don't even know if no paperwork been filed yet. But just the proximity to impropriety was enough for brands and stuff to start pulling out. VH1 halted production on their shows. You see it all the time when these celebrities, when they tweet something or whatever the case may be, and these brands start pulling out. It's the right thing to do. $34 million is a lot of money to be spending in a very small place like Huntsville for you to have the general public reputation that you have now garnered. I mean, quite frankly, it is going to affect sales. I wouldn't want to live in anything associated with you because you don't come off as trustworthy. I'd be too busy thinking that my damn sheetrock gonna have mold behind it and that it's gonna be cheap plumbing and poor materials. Because that's what you give. And rather that's true, false, or somewhere in the middle, based on this public scandal, it's just not far-fetched for people to not want to associate with you. It's not good, and you've definitely got to understand that. And yet again, you fail to be able to take any sort of accountability for what the hell is going on in your life. Like, I almost feel like, and God forbid it ever happens, because I don't want to see no black man get separated from his children, but it almost feels like you've got to go bankrupt into prison and have absolutely nothing and spend some quiet time in a cell before you realize just how fucked up you are and your ideologies are and your mental. Like, Jesus, it's infuriating and frustrating actually watching Martell on television, because as a reasonable, sane person, some of the things that he just can't grasp are so simple. And it's like, I don't understand. For me, I can't differentiate between if he doesn't grasp it or if he's choosing not to grasp it. And the confusion is what's infuriating, because confusion for me is like my least favorite state of mind to be in. I love being pretty definitive about things and definite and absolute. And so that's why confusion makes me very uncomfortable. When he told that friend that he wanted full custody of the kids, that friend told him right. You know what I'm saying? That friend told him right. Those kids need to be with their mama. And Martell, you doing it to be nasty. You're doing it to be nasty. With your workload, you don't even have the time to be a full-time parent. You don't have the time to be, taking them to soccer practice, so on and so forth. And if you're going to plan on doing that and using Ariane, or if you're going to do that and use a nanny, then you might as well leave them kids with their nanny. Now, I'm 100% with you. Mel should not take those kids to Atlanta, as she found a place in Huntsville, so obviously that is not the plan. She just went to Atlanta to clear her mind. Something else that was nasty too is that, the friend asked Martell, did you think about all of that when you was cheating? And then you threw that man up under the goddamn bus and embarrassed him and his wife on TV. You said you couldn't take the heat. You said, wait, did you think about what you was doing when you was doing your infidelity? That just was not cool. It wasn't cool, because the man was not trying to read you. He wasn't trying to read you. He was trying to simply illustrate to you that this is a mess that you created because you were not thinking. And you know what baffles me? I just don't understand why it is Martell cannot sit in the fact that all of this is a shitstorm that he created. And here is how you know, now he's trying to steadily sell that Melody cheated. Here is what we know. Women take men back for cheating all the time. Men never take women back after they cheat. Their manhood, their ego, their pride will not allow it. If Martell honestly thought Melody cheated, why weren't we hearing this season 1? Why not out the gate, I got a mistress because you cheated? If that was your reason. Now all of a sudden, after you done caught the blogs, y'all a couple years in, y'all on the second season, you don't had the pandemic kind of thing through. Now you don't sit back and how can I spin this narrative? And if the only thing you got is that she wasn't giving you sex the way you wanted, so she must have been giving it to somebody else, you connect the dots that don't even exist, my brother, and that's weak. You sat there and said she provoked you to cheat. And again, I can't differentiate if you're just saying that to spin the narrative or if you honestly believe it. And I think what's sick is that you have convinced yourself that you have. I mean, this is just classic narcissism, and it's painful to watch. It is painful to watch that you just cannot take any, accountability makes you squirm in your seat like a gremlin that you throw water on. You just can't say I did. And for 5 years this woman let you run around on her. It's ridiculous. Tisha's in the office talking to Marcel, talking about wanting to live closer, you wanted to do the property and wanting Kimmi to move into the property. And I feel like we sisters, and I feel like moving on the property will make us closer. And because she don't want to move on the property, then maybe she don't want to be sisters as close as I want to be sisters. Tisha, you sound like a big stupid ass third grader on the playground fighting over the sidewalk chalk and the rock to play hopscotch. You sound dumb. Okay, there are plenty of people. There are sisters. One live in Abu Dhabi and the other one live in Florida, and they are extremely close. Okay, y'all are in the same city up the damn street. I imagine 20 minutes or less from one another. Shut the entire hell up. Okay, shut up. Shut up. And the gag is, let me tell you one thing about family and friends. I don't give a damn how much you love each other. Family and friends ebbs and flows, ups and downs. The last thing you want to do is be living next to somebody when you in one of the down times. You don't want it. You don't want it. This whole, in theory, all the family living on this land, in theory, it sounds great. But in practice, it is a horrible idea. That shit is horrible. You don't want, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. Let Maurice and Kimmi build a house on the land and rent it out, and they always have an ownership stake. You know what I'm saying? That's a way to build a legacy. This land will always be in our families. This is our family land. You know what I'm saying? But to all live like we in the fucking old little house in the prairie days, all living on a compound. No, ma'am, I don't blame Kimmi for not wanting to do that shit. And you sound like a damn big third grader. Oh, we're all best friends, and when we grow up, we all gonna live in the same community. Girl, I'm just telling you now, don't do it. Don't. No grown person with common sense would ever want to be that goddamn close to their damn family. They're moving right along, baby. Their music changed. Bitch, we saw somebody getting out the car. Yes, God, honey. Miss Wanda had her denim on with the stitching. She had her hair all curled and fixed up there nice, honey. She had a girl feeling real sporty. Had a little color in it. Yeah, yes, God for the new. Let me tell y'all something about Wanda J. Blige, baby. Anybody else with them outdated 1993 ass Baps hairdos, I would be going in on and letting have. Quiet as it's kept, I didn't even know they made hairdressers that still even knew how to do them damn hairstyles. Some updos with all them curls and all that spritz. Matter of fact, Wanda's shit was so goddamn up there and laid. Quiet as it's kept, I'm thinking she must have sprayed some Gorilla Glue on that bitch. Cause them curls wasn't going nowhere. Stiff wear, right here, real stiff. But she had it up there nice, honey. It was nice and shiny, honey. It wasn't crunchy and flaky. It was all nice and shiny. Had a little sheen on it. Had a nice colorful earrings on. Let me tell y'all something about it. Wanda is one jazzy ass, fly ass, country ass woman, and I love it. On anybody else, that style style would look country and dated as hell. But I do not know why. And that's how you know style come from the inside. On Wanda J. Blige, that's the only style that work. That bitch is so motherfucking fly. Wanda is fly. And you hoes can't take it. You young girls could never give what Wanda give. Wanda stepped in that bitch, honey. Wanda say she's so bad she got a husband and a man. I ain't even mad with a bitch with a wedding ring on, baby. Let me tell you something. Whatever type of soap Wanda put between her legs, baby, she need to package that bitch and sell it, because I want to know how the fuck I could get a husband and a man. Get it, Wanda girl. I don't care what they say about you. You all right with me. She came down to that thing and she got it started, baby. You know what? I know for Carlos King, Wanda is literally like a reality TV gift sent from the gods. Because it looked like all you had to do is say, Wanda, this scene is about Melody and Martell having a baby. And she say, I got it, baby. And her jazziness did the rest, baby. Because Wanda came down to that store, to that office, and she got the shit started, baby. She sat down, she said, hey, how y'all doing? Good. I ain't seen you in a while. I got some business over here. You know, all my banks and stuff is down here. But listen, y'all heard what's going on with just got right down to it. Y'all heard what's going on with Melody and Martell. I heard he got a baby. Is that pregnant? Is she pregnant? Is that the truth? What y'all heard? And Marcel said, Wanda, do you ever stop and think you're messy? And let me tell you one thing about my girl. Wanda said, I ain't never let no bitch spray me with my tea. She cleared his ass up really good. She said, I don't consider myself messy. I consider myself to be nosy. Yes, God, Wanda. And quiet as a scale, if most people was honest with themselves, bitch, everybody is nosy, okay? Sis, stop lying, okay? Now, you may not act on it. Acting on your nosiness is messy. But by nature, everybody is curious about what the hell going on. Everybody want to know what the hell going on, especially when the gossip is juicy, okay? You cannot tell me if Melody and Martell was not in y'all friend group, bitch, you want to know what the fuck was going on. If you is, you lying. And you is a robot. Wanda said she consider herself nosy. Oh, nosy heifer, or whatever the case may be. So then she started talking about this in the marriage, and Marceau cleared her ass up. She said, wait a minute now, Wanda, you got a whole damn husband, and you can't be around here giving nobody no marital advice and talking about nobody no marital advice, and you got a boyfriend and a husband, and you sinning. Now, drop down in the comments and help me out with it, because you know, I'm going to take up for my girl, Miss Wanda. Now, Wanda, take the damn ring off. But if her husband been separated for 5 years, they ain't married. That's just a formality. That's just a piece of paper. If that man ain't riding there, if they ain't riding there screwing, if they ain't going down to the Red Lobster, to the Golden Corral, if he ain't paying bills right there and all that type of stuff, well, nah, she a real bad bitch if he's still paying bills right now. But if he ain't doing none of that, them people ain't together. And y'all know that shit happened. Quiet as it's kept, I found out recently somebody in my family. Hell, I thought they was divorced for damn 20-something years, because they done both went on and had more kids, and come to find out they still legally damn married. Y'all black folks know that shit happen. Folks just ain't have no time or no money to go down there and get no damn divorce, or whatever the case may be. That's what's going on with Wanda. As far as I'm concerned, spiritually she's single, and God recognized Wanda as being single. Marcel, shut the fuck up and mind your business, okay? Why Miss Wanda mind everybody else's business? Miss Wanda can't do no wrong. I don't give a damn if Miss Wanda crashed a school bus, crashed a damn school bus into a church. She didn't do it. Nope, she didn't do it. Somebody else did. They could have some surveillance. They could have surveillance of Wanda stealing food out of Walmart, and I say, she didn't do it. That was not her. I will blindly support Wanda any and everywhere she go, because that's my damn girl, and I don't care what nobody say about her. She all right with me. Maurice and Kimmi in the office. Kimmi fussing about the money. You know, I'm gonna tell you something. Maurice is a lot like me. I want what I want. And I can come into some shit saying this the budget, and I'm gonna do, you know, flat wall, green paint, and then I might go somewhere and see something else, and they say that's gonna add $5,000 to the, but bitch, throw it on there, bitch. Throw them gold letters on there. I want what the hell I want. And you know what? Sometimes you need somebody like a Kimmi to balance out that personality. And I love the fact that she came in there and kind of laid the hammer down. Like, listen, Negro, you don't went over budget. I'm not gonna fuss you out too much, but I'm letting you know you coming, you wearing my last nerve thin, and stop. Cause the next time I come in here, if you got any other thing that we didn't discuss, I'm gonna lay your ass out. Now they then get into the conversation about Scott Manor. And what I love about Kimmi and what I respect so much, and she's exemplified this from day one, she's an excellent communicator. Kimmi is the prime example of how you can be clear, concise, upfront, transparent, and honest, and real without being rude. For all those people that say, I'm just real, I keep it real. Case in point, Marie from Bell Collective. Y'all right up the street. Y'all ain't too far from Huntsville. You actually need to go take a class from Kimmi, because Kimmi is the prime example of how you can be direct and real with people without being rude. Just like that therapist had told Dr. Heavenly, honesty without compassion is brutality. There is a way to do it. And the way Kimmi communicates to people, saying you have no choice but to understand. Case in point, when she told Maurice, she basically was saying to him, I don't even know why we're discussing this, because I made it very clear I'm not moving onto a parcel of land with your family. And I can't make it any clearer. So then the conversation shifted to her, Jalen, and Maurice, and Jalen being out of school with the job, a job he does not like, wanting to be an entrepreneur, so on and so forth. And Maurice and Kimmi get into a debate. And you know, the funny thing about it is, being someone who once had a very unhappy job and who is now an entrepreneur, I 100% get what Maurice is saying. But I also understand what Kimmi is saying. What Kimmi is trying to show Jalen is that regardless of what your mental state is, your career satisfaction is, as an adult, you have obligations. In the real world, you can't just turn off your employment because you don't like it, or you've had an epiphany and you want your life to go in another direction. You can't just turn off your employment because you can't turn off your bills. You see what I'm saying? So she was like, I don't have a problem with you being confused. I don't have a problem with you not having the job or starting the business or having the revenue stream from your entrepreneurship yet. I don't have a problem with that. But in the meantime, in between time, while you figure it out, while you get it started, while you wait for it to fall out of the sky, you gotta work. You gotta work. Like, you've got responsibilities. Whether it be a cell phone bill, some car insurance, or $250 on the rent, or whether Kimmi's just letting him stay rent-free and save his money. This is the real world, my son. But I also understand Maurice. How great would life be if you could just start straight out the gate doing what it is that you want to do and what you feel your calling in life is? And how do you reconcile the two? Then I go back to what Kimmi was saying. She said, Maurice, you keep saying it's entrepreneurship because you never had to put in a job application, or you haven't did it anytime soon. It's not that easy. And you know, Maurice had a point. He gets an entry level job. There really is no barriers to entry for him, which is true. But back to Kimmi's point, not during COVID. Ain't nobody hiring during COVID. Not for real, for real. Hell, half the companies ain't making no money. Y'all saw the damn Super Bowl. We didn't even get no damn commercials. So where is the resolve? In the middle. The solution is Jalen works. You got 24 hours in the day. You got 24 hours in the day, and all you need 8 of them for is sleep. So you work 8 hours at that job, and you spend the other 8 applying, building, farming, networking, doing whatever you have to do until that other thing starts to pick up and you can live off of it minimally. Then you can walk away from the other, focus 100% and build. That's the plan. So they both are right, but Kimmi is more right. It'd be different if Jalen was a girl. unfortunately, because of gender roles in our society, women always got the option of sitting on their goddamn ass, especially if you're pretty. Because the expectation is always that the husband or a man is going to take care of them. Like, women have the luxury of being sorry if they want to be, especially if they're pretty. You know what I'm saying? And got a good talk game. Men don't have that same luxury. Martell pops up at Melody's house. Martell to Melody is what Michelle Brown is to me. They lost you due to fault of their own, but now they just want to be connected to you by any means necessary. If I can't be connected to you positively, I'll do it negatively. That's what Martell is doing to Melody. Y'all have already designated when y'all gonna have kids, and he just showed up at her house and then had the nerve to say, yeah, I know it's your week, but I don't give a damn. If I'm in the same city with my kids, I'm not going to. I'm gonna see my damn kids. Listen, Melody has already acknowledged that Martell is an excellent father. And I don't think at all that Melody has any problem with Martell seeing his kids anytime she want to. My spirit tells me if Melody called over there and said, if Martell called Melody's house during her week and said, my sister having a party for the kids, can I come get them? She would have said, come on and get them. My spirit tells me if it was Melody's week and Martell called her on a Thursday and said, Mel, I'm missing the kids, can I come get them and take them to Chuck E. Cheese? She'd say, boy, please, come on, come get them. But to just pop up at her house under the guise of ain't nobody gonna stop me from seeing my motherfucking kid, I wanna see my kids whenever I want. She wasn't stopping you from seeing your kids. She was abiding by the agreement. And it is wrong, because this woman is trying to rebuild and reimagine and reconfigure her life without you. And granted, she may not be at the point yet where she's bringing somebody else around the children, but she could have been over there with somebody. And now you popping up causing chaos and confusion in this lady yard. Then on top of that, you showed up at this lady house with these cameras and you've just made up in your mind you are so mad that she did what you never thought she would do, which is leave you. Now you finna ruin her. And Martell, I don't know if you watch my videos or not, but here's what I want to offer you. To the day you die, that's gonna be your children's mama. Don't do that to them. Don't do that to them. That's their mama. Them babies grew in that lady's stomach. There should always be, regardless of what y'all going through, a certain baseline level of respect that you always have for that woman, and not for her. You can hate her all you want, call her all type of bitches behind her back and everything else behind her back, but for the simple fact that that is your kid's mama, you should always want them to see her a certain way, and you should always want her to be good, because if she ain't good, your kids ain't good. And that's the God honest truth, my brother. And them same old men that's telling you whatever they telling you, that's what they need to be telling you. Don't do that to that lady, because you don't created a situation that you regret. Like, Martell, ask yourself, if Melody would have went out and had a baby from another man and wanted to be with that man and you at the same time, would you be down for it? And the answer is no. And then you gonna say you did whatever you did, but you always came home. Nigga, coming home is the bare minimum. Bitch, you live here. Your name is on the damn paperwork. You supposed to come home every night. You don't get any of, that's why people get houses, so they have a place to stay every night. You don't get cool points for coming home to your wife and to your kids every night. You need to grow up. The way Martell is able to flip the script and create his own reality is very sociopathic. And somebody needs to watch him, because he's becoming unraveled at the seams. and it looks like the way he about to explode on Wanda J. Blige next season, and the way things are going, it just looks like this is not going. It looks like something is going to happen with this brother, because he's starting to lose things. He's becoming unraveled at the seams, and I honestly and truthfully, Marceau tread light. If I was everybody, I would actually feed Martell with a long-handled spoon, because this situation with him is not over yet, and I got a feeling it is not going to end good. Anyway, y'all, that's Love and Marriage Huntsville. Do y'all even want me to call y'all about this dry-ass Super Bowl? Like, I guess I will. I got to lunch at 2 o'clock. If I could upload this and squeeze that out by the time I have to leave out my house, I'll do it. If not, we probably not going to talk about it. Anyway, be sure to like and subscribe if you are new to my channel, and I will call y'all later. Bye.